Welcome, Prowl Nation. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk. It's brought to you by Lion Nation United. You read the headline right. Warning, rant ahead. And yes, there's going to be a rant. It's Negative Emotion Monday. We're going to try to free up all that negative stuff, get it all out so that we can move on with our lives and everything else. So before we do all that, we're going to give you a synopsis of this awful dumpster fire of a game. But first... let's go to my main man, the man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, dude? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And you see my gear. It's Salute the Service Month in the NFL. The first game was yesterday, and it was a kerfuffle, to say the least. But we're going to get to all that and more coming up. But you know, I got to send it to the third man of the crew. Whew, I just got to chill. The ladies love him. My man, LL Cool Torrance. What's up, my dude?
What's up? What's up? Happy Monday. Good morning, Proud Nation.
Hey, let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let go.
Let's go, Proud Nation.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite the kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back to this miserable Monday, and we're going to try to get all these feelings and emotions and everything out. I promise there will be no crying during this rant. Well, let me kick it over to my main man, Curt Steele. What do you got for this miserable Monday?
Okay, so yesterday was a total, like, if you have a team loss or a team win, like a total team victory where all three phases win. Yesterday was a total like team loss, like all three phases of the game lost. It's like, if you look at the Cincinnati game, right? And we said, okay, they had some bright spots, you know, but it was a bad game. The Lions said, hold my beer, because that was like the worst crap show I've seen in Detroit in a long, long time. I mean, you look at coming into the game, the scouting report, they can't run the ball. They ran the ball down our throats the whole freaking game. You look at, we want to run the ball. We couldn't run the ball. I know Jamal Williams was out, and that was that. You know what though? I think that was our energy, and that energy was missed. But just looked like we just laid down the whole game. I'm like, are we tanking? I mean, that's what it felt like. I mean, I watched that game and I was like, are we just tanking this game? I mean, did we look past the Eagles? I mean, you 0-7, you can't look past the damn mailbox. I mean, I don't understand how you can look past anybody. I mean, it just like, and my man, what's his name? Jonathan Vilma said it pretty well. He says, it looks like that the Eagles was reading everything and they went in and they were prepared and they were competitive. You look at the Lions and they were reading everything, saying they were like one play away, and they took it in stride and was like, oh, we just gonna show up and we're gonna win this game. Excuse me. But it was just a total lack of effort. That was the most uninspiring football I've seen under Dan Campbell since he's been in Detroit. I don't know what that was yesterday. The coaching was bad, the play was bad, execution was terrible. It was just an all-around crap show from the Lions yesterday. And, I mean, it was one of those Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, no mas, like, okay, we just stopped fighting. There's no fight in this team right now. I don't know what the hell that was. I mean, the offensive line, which has been a bright spot, I mean, it was a total crap. I mean, Jared Goff was getting hit and hit and hit. I mean, I can't even blame this whole win on him, because he was getting his behind handed to him the whole game, you know, and it was just a whole total crap show by everyone on this team. I don't know how I'm glad that there's a bye. We're going to the bye week, because all of them need to go home and look in the mirror for a whole week and ask themselves, what the hell am I doing? Because I know Dan Campbell had to go in the locker room and say, what the hell, or what the, you know what, at halftime, and they just didn't respond at all. I don't know what that was yesterday.
I'll tell you what, here we go. Who's to blame for this loss? I have no idea, but I'm going to start with the head coach. And I love Dan Campbell. I really do. I like him. I thought he was the right man for the job. I've said that time and time again on this show. But when you go out there and you tell me you're out coached, by a coach that has issues with Fletcher Cox, that thinks that he can't coach, and most of his fan base thinks he's a moron. I'm at a loss for words, and I'm going to keep going with this. There's a lot of things I have to say, so I'm just going to keep going. Anthony Lynn, do I blame him? I don't know. What has he got to work with? Okay. Do I blame Jared Goff? 100% I blame Jared Goff. Why? Because he limits us in the offense. If you could take away a check down, his first read, and maybe a screen, that's all you need to do against the Lions, and we're going to lose every single time. He gives away who he's going to throw to. The offensive line was crap pretty much today. There's just a lot of blame to go around. But and some people are like, no, Jared Goff's a good quarterback. I mean, if you have eyes, you'd be able to see something different. I have no idea where you get this idea from. I really don't. You know what? He can't throw the deep ball. He throws it away on fourth down. You know, he gets sacked a lot of times because he's taking too many steps back and not enough steps forward, to be quite honest about it. Get rid of the damn ball. You know, sometimes it's holding the ball too long. In this game, I can't blame him for the sacks too much, but I do blame him for what he brings to the table, which is nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know, he doesn't. What does he bring to the table? Tell me what his good points are. Throwing over the middle for 3, 4, 5, 6 yards, TJ Hawkinson, because that's it.
Right.
That's what he brings. That's it. His first read and then his check down. And if the check down player can make a play, he gets yardage. Okay. No, that is not acceptable. I realize he's a bridge quarterback. I don't even call him that. He's underwater in this bridge. Forget this guy. I'm sorry. I know we're paying him a bunch of money. Time for a change. There's no way we're going to win a game with this guy. I don't think there is. Every team knows how to beat us, and it's not that hard. Defensively, you guys did not show up today. And that is the worst indication of a team that has been lost to the head coach. And I think there's problems now. I do. When you have number 21 coming out and saying, you know what, I think we're going to go in 17, or I think and then he kind of backtracks from it. But Tracy Walker said what do you believe in the locker room when you say that you could go 0-17? Come on, guys. Where's the fight? I'm going to get up and bite a kneecap off. I don't know. You look lost on the sidelines to me and about ready to cry. Are you in over your head? Is that the case? And if it is, unfortunately, if we go 0-17, as much as I love Dan Campbell, the person, as much as I love what he brings to our team, he is not being a head coach right now. You know, could it change? Could we get that win and everything be okay for a minute? Yeah, but we're 0-8, guys. 0-8. And I don't think anybody predicted this. This was the one chance in my mind on this schedule that we had a chance to win, and you get blown the hell out. This is unacceptable on every level.
Right.
And it's time for people to start being accountable for what they've done. I like the trade, but I don't like Jared Goff. I said it in the first place. I thought it was a mistake to go out and get a quarterback with that much money. You know how much money we're paying him? We're paying him as a top 10 quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Is this guy a top 10 quarterback? Are you kidding me?
Man, he's a bottom 3 quarterback.
Bottom feeder for sure. And I've had all these people, but he's been to a Super Bowl. Yeah, genius. He was with the Rams. I'm so sick of this crap. I really am. So I got it all out pretty much. There's probably much more in my head going around about this game, but I'm going to kick it to LL before I take every single thing he could say.
No, I don't have much of a rant. It was, it was a bad game from everybody, man. I think this was the first game for me that we actually looked like a 0 whatever team, just completely. I've said it before. I thought that, we don't look like a 0-7 team at that time. We didn't look as bad as we were, but that was the first time we did. This was, for all of those out there who was waiting for their turn, this is one of those same old Lions games. We go out, we look, we play above our belt for with the Rams, play above our weight class with the Rams, and then we play, below whatever we was against a Philly, a team that we probably should have beat. But I do like that point, and I was going to use that as well. Jonathan Vilma pointed that out. I thought that was true. I think it's more so about that. It could be that, or some of that Philly, I said it as a joke, like Philly heard what we said and they was like, okay, I'm gonna show y'all. Like, cause I apologize to Bird Gang, as almost jokingly, facetiously, but because I was feeling that we had I said a lot of stuff. I thought that I liked our matchup against our offensive line against their defensive line and our defensive line against their offensive line. It was like they heard us or they heard me like, all right, I got something for you. We'll show you. But
yeah,
I don't know. I hope that the team isn't lost. I hope that Dan Campbell hasn't lost these guys. I'm not even, if anything, I'm a little less mad at Dan Campbell after this game because it wasn't nothing that he can do. It was everything caught up to us, I think, at this point. If you live in how myself, I put myself in it. If you live in paycheck to paycheck, eventually, one emergency could set you back, and I guess maybe we had one too many emergencies and the dam broke. Like you said, with the whole bridge quarterback thing, it's everything underwater right now. I don't know. I don't hate this team yet. I do hate Jared Goff. I said it as a joke that I wish that he knew me so he could hate me back. We could be true enemies. So I feel right about how much I hate him. But I don't know. I still don't think that he's lost though. And I seen a tweet from Snatch from Damon Harrison, and he said Dan Campbell is one of the few coaches you'll ever hear that takes the blame for a game and really means it. It'll take him a couple seasons to undo what was done, but players will respect it. And I respect that because he retired to get the hell away from here, or it was about to, whatever it was, right? So, in one of my group chats yesterday, we were joking around, and one of the guys, I said, whatever it is, we had one number one pick and everything will be all right. And he said, and the picker retired. And we laughed because, that doesn't seem too far-fetched. If whoever we get number one, and they be like, I retire, I'll be an accountant. Whatever it is, and just to not come here, because we've seen that. It was a proposed trade that Gronk was supposed to come here, and he said that I'd rather retire. So, but just to hear this from a guy that actually, did whatever it took to get away from us, I still have some hope. And maybe I hope that everybody takes this loss hard. Not just Dan Campbell, not just, and I hope that like how they said about Philly, they read and they saw whatever and they came out and proved the point. I hope that this is the starter breaks whatever Campbell's back. Even if we do go 0-17, we just can't never go look like this again.
Yeah. That was just a total uninspired football yesterday. It was a total crap show. And you gotta do better than that, gentlemen. You brought out all the stops against the Rams, but you left all the stops in against the Eagles. You should have the way you coach the Rams game is the way you should coach the rest of the season, because you just don't have them enough talent to not coach that way the rest of the year. That just is what it is. Okay, you know what? My man LL and my man Jim got on the shirts today. Hey, we're brought to you by Manscaped.com. Get some kits for your manly bits. Let's check it out. All right, now Manscaped. Today's Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below the waist grooming champions of the world. It ain't the Lions. It is Manscaped. They offer precision engineered tools for your family jewels, baby. Manscaped just lost their 4th generation. That's right, 4 generation lawnmower. So it's the join over 2 million men out here in the world getting they Manscaped on with Manscaped.com and that lawnmower. Get the exclusive offer. It is 20% off and free worldwide shipping, and use the code DLOTP at Manscaped.com. And I sure needed that crop preserver because my nuts was on fire yesterday because we got kicking them things repeatedly. So, but the lawnmower is a precision tool. It works really well. That especially the weed whacker, man, go in there, get those ear hairs. It's just some good overall products for your manscaping. So go ahead over to manscaped.com. Like I said, it's DLOTP is the code, and you get 20% off and worldwide shipping.
This is the last Manscaped Monday of this month. We are hoping to gain a sponsorship deal with them. We had to sell 8 of them, just let you know. So we'll see if that happens. If it doesn't, hey, no big deal. We're still going to cover our Lions and not cry as much as we can. Anyway, family discussion topic for today. I think it's very appropriate. Do you still believe? Do you still believe in Dan Campbell? Do you still believe in Brad Holmes? Do you still believe in Anthony Lynn? Do you still believe in this defense? Any part of this team? Well, okay, Jack Fox, that might be the exception. But other than that, what do you believe in this team? Do you believe in the direction we're headed now? Is there any changes after this massacre and our Misery Monday that we followed it up with? So that's my family discussion topic for today. Do you still believe?
Definitely. More content from us is over at DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. And while you're over there, click the link for LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. Get yourself some Prowl Nation gear. You see the Lions on the Prowl family shirt behind Jim. Or go over there, get you a kneecap biter shirt, or you get yourself a What Up Though shirt. Because that's what I'm asking the Lions right now.
Or hoodies, because we've got hoodies for this fall season.
It's getting cold. It's getting cool. So go ahead and get yourself a hoodie over there at LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. All right, Jim, I know this is going to be real quick. What did you see on the defense yesterday? Because I'll tell you what I saw in one word.
Yes, me too. Mr. T said this when we were in Rocky 3 way back a long time ago. What's your prediction for this fight? Pain. Guess what? That's what happened. Pain. Run defense, non-existent. Pass defense, okay. Defense sucked. There really is nothing good to say, to be honest about it. This team couldn't tackle to save their life. I mean, it was seriously, we're letting them go forward every single time for yardage. We try to throw them down, like toss them. And every time we do that, they just keep running instead. Terrible tackling, terrible fundamentals. I'm sorry. This team was just awful yesterday. And I mean, awful. You gave up 44 points. I don't know what else I could say. And I'm sorry I ain't giving you all the stats or anything, but I honestly don't care.
Yeah. What's the stats to give up? The give up is you let them run wild. I mean, that's like I said before, that was the matchup we said, oh yeah, they don't have a running game. Their top running back is out. And man, they came in here and ran roughshod over us the whole game.
They made an undrafted free agent look like, Walter Payton. So
yeah, for real. And then Jordan Howard, the former Bear, came in just was punishing us in their run game. I mean, they were just smacking us around. I knew we were in trouble when I saw Will Harris lined up in the nickel. I'm like, oh, he's playing slot.
Will Harris, he is supposed to be really fast, right? How come it took him forever to get to the quarterback on a quarterback blitz? It took him a day and a half. Hell, he'll be getting to the quarterback by next week.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God, he was slow.
I don't know what Eric Glenn told those guys yesterday or did not tell those guys yesterday, but whatever it was. If
you're going to run blitz with his safety, you might as well use Tracy Walker, because this guy is just a waste of space.
You don't use Will Harris in that role. I just don't. I don't get what the defense was called. It was a lot of base defense, and then when I watched that we had them backed up, and we had them stopped, and they just let Jalen Hurts just run through the middle of the defense in the middle of the field to get a first down. I was like, yeah, we're done. So, that's all. That was a total crap show. I can't.
And like Forrest Gump says, that's all I got to say about that.
Yep, all I got to say about that. It was a crap show. What you got, Ella?
A lot of things, man. No, it was the adjustments that we normally seen or that we have seen sometimes never came. Like you said on that, just the play that you just said. A lot of times, like no spy, just vibes, like just letting them do whatever. Like we know that he's a mobile quarterback. They did whatever it was to limit him passing, but Philly made the necessary adjustments. I guess that they really thought that they weren't going to run the ball. And after they ran the ball some more, it was like, okay, well, they'll stop at some point, right? No. I seen a stat. They said that on drives that they have 2 or more rushes, the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts' numbers are astronomically better than when they have 1 or less, or when they have no rushes, whatever it is, when they have 2 or fewer, whatever it is. So I guess they seen that tweet too, and they kept, or that stat too, and they kept on doing what they were supposed to do. Our defense, it was just a bad game. We gave up everything. We gave up passing a little bit. We gave up rushing first down. They ran it every single way they wanted to, and there was nothing we could do. Everybody looked bad. if there's any bright spots, Charles Harris was in the backfield a few times. 99 Jo was back there, but no finishes, no sacks, no, not very many tackles for losses. Like I said, just not very much intensity, just vibes out there.
Yeah, it was a total crap show. I mean, I don't even know. Yeah. Okay. All right. So hey, if you know what though, go out and support Curt's a veteran. I served 26 years in the military in the US Army. If you want to support your veterans and support the troops, go over to fanatics.com. The link's in the description below. A portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow this content. But you can get yourself some Salute to Service gear over at fanatics.com. You see I'm wearing some Salute to Service gear. I'll be wearing it the whole month. So, different hats and shirts and whatever else, I'll be wearing it the whole month to support my brothers and sisters in arms. So but go over to fanatics.com and get yourself some Salute to Service gear and support. And all of the proceeds from the sales from that gear go to military veteran organizations like some Wounded Warriors and other programs, all nonprofits. So go over to check it out. New Era, Nike knows they don't get any profits from those sales of that gear. It goes all to those charities. So LL, talk to me about the offense.
Much of the same. It was not very much anything. We got 6 points out of it. One of the things that we could do all year was make field goals. Didn't do that. Couldn't move the ball through the air, on the ground, nothing. I do like that Jim said it, I believe, and they said it on the telecast as well. It looked like we missed Jamal Williams. We really needed him out there. Came out flat everywhere, but especially on offense. I honestly, like, as a joking, when they came out, they were like they win the toss and they elect to receive. Like, we receiving it. Oh, brother, we about to come out and kill our momentum right away. And I didn't know that was going to be real. I didn't know it was going to go like that. So couldn't move the ball. It was just a bad overall game, bad game plan. Nothing worked. Nelson got burnt a couple of times, so maybe your chicken joke didn't reach him. But I don't know. Even the one that kind of probably sent everybody home from the stadium, when my man punched the ball from Swift, he hadn't even. I don't know if he's fumbled this year, but he's been pretty secure with the ball. It's just every bright spot that it seemed like we had on offense just didn't really show up. I said some nice stuff about Matt Nelson. I take them all back because they just figured it out. They was like, this is the side that we can do whatever we need to do. And they did it. It wasn't just his side though, so I don't want to put everything on him. They got us from all sides. I think we ended up with 6 total sacks. Blau got in and getting sacked as well. Goff got 5 of them. Yeah, man. I mean, I think we know by now that Goff just ain't it. He don't look good. He hasn't looked good. I don't care if he looked good anywhere else. He just don't look good here. So obviously he needs to go. I pray that this don't swing us to look at quarterbacks in the draft, or not early. Not super early though. But I don't know, man. Bad game. That's the basis of it for me, man. It was a terrible, terrible game all over, but a bad offensive game. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that was trash. It couldn't get nothing going. I mean, and DeAndre Swift couldn't get going the whole game. We couldn't get going in the run game, couldn't get going in the passing game. He caught that one pass, and then lo and behold, Darius Slay gets his touchdown, homecoming in forward field, scoop and score. I was just like, man, this is guy. You know what though? And sometimes I'll do this, like, if it gets uninteresting in the game, I'll say, well, let me flip it off, and then I'll come back when the offense is on the field. Let me see if our defense can hold them. At one point, to be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with the whole fan base. I'm keeping 100. I watched, for the most part, the Titans coach yesterday. I didn't even watch that. At probably around halftime, I was just like, I was done. I kind of flipped back and forth just to kind of see, and that's why you didn't see me interacting that much in the chat over there on Lion Nation, because I just couldn't. My mental capacity yesterday was just blown. I was just like, I can't believe this shit right here. Excuse me on language, but I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe we were playing that much uninspired football during that game, and the offense. The offensive line had no fight. There was just no fight in that offense yesterday, and you know, you got to have some fight with the Jared Goff back there, and we know he doesn't have a lot of fight in him anyway. So if everybody else is not fighting, you know what I'm saying, you already know that Goff ain't gonna fight no way.
It was terrible. But offensively, Jamar Jefferson got a touchdown. Jamar Jefferson got some touches, and you know what? For that young fella, I'm happy for him. In a game that nothing went right, he did score a touchdown. So props to him. Matt Nelson was on the ground more than he was up, which is probably a problem when you're an offensive lineman. There was just nothing good because it's so easy to game plan against us. It's so easy to scheme against us. You take away the number one read, you take away the check down, and then you look for us to throw the screen. And when you have your stuff in the box, because you know, I would put 11 people in the box because there is no chance in hell that Jared Goff, even with a receiver wide open, is going to hit him. You might as well put as many people in the box as you want to stop the run, to stop the screen passes, to put pressure on Goff. And that's all you have to do. There's the game plan. I just gave it to you for the rest of the year. This is it. Because this quarterback is not mobile. This quarterback is, I don't want to say not intelligent, but does not seem to be able to grasp the offense past his first, second read. He's checked down Charlie, as Curt has said many times. He holds the ball too long. In this game, he didn't have much of a chance. Then we brought in the savior, David Blau, and exactly what we said was going to happen. You know, so you can start with him. But here's my personal take. I think Jared Goff should play every minute of every game and get beaten to a pulp for how much money he's getting from us to be a top 10 quarterback. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm like, you have to be out there to learn because you don't know what the hell you're doing. I'm just telling you the truth. You know,
I agree with that.
And then every time we get a good play, there's a yellow flag every time. Come on now. In a game where we didn't need that to happen to us.
Yeah, that was
St. Brown catch.
Yes, exactly.
A few of them. It was like, nope, not so fast. You know, pull it on back. If there's any, like you said, if there's any bright spots, Jamar Jefferson, he got a couple touches. Igwebikwe, if I'm saying that right, he looked okay. You know, in the little touches that he got. We did use Hop. You know, at least
kind of.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, but that's at least I hope I'm not speaking too fast, but it can't get much worse than this. So hopefully this is the low point.
I'm not sure about that.
And it's whatever.
You know, the lies of king of that hold my beer thing. So
right. When you throw a screen to Hawkinson, I'm sorry. I like the kid, but he's not built for that. I'm just telling you, he's not built for that.
This year,
first throw of the game. Goff throws at high point to Hawkinson, which I feel was overthrown, which I feel was not the right place to put that ball. Put him in a lot of danger and got himself crushed on the first play. Yeah, that's how great our quarterback is. That wonderful guy behind center that everybody is arguing with me about, that it's the team and everything. Where was the same energy when it was Stafford, when he was lighting things up? But this team sucked. Oh no, it's the quarterback. He can't win here. He's been here 12 years and he can't win. Shut up. Just shut up.
And
I'm so sick of the stupidity.
Before we move on, I got the trade scenario people. You still want to trade Ragnow and Taylor Decker?
Oh sure, why not?
That offensive line yesterday. I'm like, hell no, I don't want to trade those guys.
Yeah, come on, man. All these dumb things that people come up with.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So definitely like the video, share the video. Hey, you know, we do have some good news on this thing. We're like 60 away from our 3,000 mark. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, get on the bus, Gus, get on this train, Wayne. Hey, get on this ride, Clyde, and help us. Go ahead and be a part of the Proud Nation family. You can come over here and vent because, you know, and for those individuals who need their 12-step program for that Hopium and Kool-Aid, we got you. We got the KA over here, Kool-Aid Anonymous, and the 12-step Hopium program for you right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Because Yeah, because if you need it, you need it. All right, now it's time for the balled on players. Because I don't know if we have some bossed up. Okay, I got one boss up player of the game. Probably be TJ Hawkinson, and I'll sprinkle in my man Jefferson. But Jefferson was pretty much in garbage time. But Hawkinson, Hawkinson had a decent game. You know what I'm saying? He had 11 targets. He had 10 receptions on 11 targets. So 89 yards. 8.9 yards per reception. So that's decent, but it didn't mean anything. It wasn't effective to the game. So, but that's my boss up player. But for the game, that's the only bossed up player I got. He bossed up and balled out because he just, when you get thrown at 10 times, 11 times, you catch 10 of them. That's a pretty good average. So I give him my boss up, balled out player for the game. Balled on. Everybody on the offensive side of the ball got balled on. Offensive line, Jared Goff, Kadera Hodge dropping open passes, DeAndre Swift giving up a fumble. On the defensive side of the ball, who got balled on? Everybody else got balled on, missing tackles, letting these guys just run through the defense. Tracy Walker getting trucked down there at the goal line. So bossed up. One, TJ Hawkinson balled on. Everybody else.
Yeah, if you were going to trade any of these players, they ain't worth much now.
Right.
So I wouldn't worry about the trade deadline anymore. No, this is just a balled on player, ball out. Fuck, I can't say
Bossed up, balled out.
Bossed up, ball out players. I'm in such a bad mood this morning. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. It's a thing with me where I actually do have to give credit to Jamar Jefferson. He did a little bit. The other guy I'm going to give a little credit to is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He played pretty good, even though everything seems to be wiped out by Mr. Official. Thank you. May we have another. Oh my God, it was so awful. It was so awful. Every time we make a good play, there's a flag. There's a flag for this. There's no pass interference where there should have been. I mean, come on. This team didn't need any help today, but they certainly got it. Just I'm beside myself in this game. So balled on players, I got to agree with Curt. It's everybody. I'm particularly looking at Matt Nelson and that offensive line who has played so well this year, but just didn't show up. Defensively, same thing. Defensive line can't. The amount of missed tackles that I saw in this game was just crazy. They'd have him wrapped up in the backfield, and then he'd just keep going forward. And I'm like, they got him. Oh, nope, they don't. Oh, they got him. Oh, they don't. This was just awful. It's just awful. Sorry, Hello. Go ahead, man.
No, you good. You good. My bossed up players, bossed up ball out players. Offensively, I give some credit to Godwin Igwebuike, if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yes.
He only got a little bit of time. He only got 6 touches total, but he did okay. Like, he ran it hard.
He's good on the kick return too.
Right, and he caught 3 balls for 40 yards. So he could move it a little bit. I guess he just did what he could do. He got he's a check down, so he was actually able to get some to thrive a little bit. Are we doing offense and defense or just offense?
Yeah, this is both.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bossed up on defense. Nobody really played that well, but on some of the plays, Aleem McNeil was in the backfield. He created a little bit of a push. Sometimes the defensive line will get a little bit of a push, and then nobody nobody there to clean it up. Like you said, just missed tackles there. It'd be a one-on-one in the hole, and the guy, shaking, shivering, get on by. So, not very many bright spots. But if I got to pick, defensively, I'm gonna say Aleem McNeil and maybe Derek Barnes, and offensively, Godwin Igwebuike, balled on players. Everybody got the coaching staff, players, everybody else.
That's a big one.
Yep, coaching staff, definitely. Because they did not coach this game like they did before, and that was so disappointing in the way that this game was coached, definitely. All right. Definitely. Hey, if you want to hang out with us, and we had a good time over there, go over to Lions Nation Unite and hang out with the crew over there. We're all over there. Some of your favorite content creators for Detroit Lions are over there as well. So go over and check it out. It is the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. They sponsor this show as well. So go over and check it out. Lions Nation Unite. You know who he is. It's Mr. 84 Herman Moore over there on Lions Nation Unite. Now it's time for us to zip our lip and talk about what you had to say about Thursday's show. Let's go to the comment cards. What you got first, Jim?
Let's see who we got. We have our good friend Miles Gibbs. Great show, guys. I would like the Trey Flowers trade to get that money off our books. And then Neil Harris, I don't know who that is. Trade is stay away. We've been burnt by the Patriots. Do you mean Keneal Harry? Is that what he means? I don't know who Neil Harris is. Burned by the Patriots before when we traded for one of their players. LOL. Prowl Nation pride.
N'Keal Harry. That's what he's talking about.
N'Keal Harry. That's what I thought too. But yeah, we did get burned several times. Deron Harmon sucked. Anyway, whatever. And that was a trade we made with the Patriots. I stay away from trading with the Patriots. I agree with you. I don't care about getting wide receivers right now when you don't got a quarterback to throw to them. So I'm all for staying pat right now.
All right. Jay Scott says, other than some depth pieces, we basically a quarterback and step wide receiver away in the offense to me. Yeah, quarterback. Yes, definitely. The defense, however, needs difference makers and pretty much every level, leading to me to believe that we're in store for a defensive heavy draft. This staff's ability to find talent outside of the draft and has been nothing short of brilliant so far, as is definitely an encouraging sign. They just did play up. Those guys that usually are showing up and balling out did not do that yesterday at all. But yeah, I agree with you. You know, we have some guys that are definitely playing above their playing weight when they get out there and do it.
Yeah. Is it Pachy Cole, if I'm pronouncing that right? Says, we would be dumb as hell to trade Swift and turn around and try to find another running back. People say they come a dime a dozen, but Swift is rare. This offense belongs to Swift and TJ. I agree a little bit. I do believe that running backs, you can find another good one. You can find another comparable to Swift, but I don't want to trade them. But I don't know. I don't know. Nobody's probably going to trade us anything significant anyway. But anybody could go for the right price to me.
Yeah, in this team, I'm not so sure a lot. I mean, I think Penei Sewell's safe and a couple others like that, but I wouldn't trade Swift either. And the only reason Swift and TJ are the only things on the offense because we don't have anybody else. Big Frank 313. I think they will stand pat unless other teams offer up draft picks. But honestly, I want the team to stand pat. I'm right with you, Big Frank. Thanks for the comment.
All right, Ken to Win says, I hope the Lions look at number 10 from Wake Forest. That guy looks legit. Now, who he's talking about is quarterback Sam Hartman, 2,474 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and a QBR of 88.2. Come on, man. Sam Hartman plays with Wake Forest. He plays in the ACC Atlantic Division, and the only team that really had been playing well in the ACC over the last couple of years is definitely Clemson, but Wake Forest is playing in probably the weakest football conference in the country right now, as far as the Big Five, Power Five conferences. So, yeah, I'm not looking at him.
If we're getting him as an undrafted free agent, maybe.
Right. Casey Bayboy says, great show, guys, as usual. You guys give such great perspective on things, much needed, especially if you dwell in the depths of Twitterverse daily. That place has some headache-inducing takes.
Ain't that the truth?
I'll apologize because I be on Twitter wilding sometimes, so I just be saying whatever because it's just Twitter, man. But no, you're right. You're absolutely correct, and thank you for the comment, Casey Bayboy.
You know what? I'm going to tell you this, guys. If you didn't see this game, don't bother. Let's go on to the next one. We got a bye week coming up, but we'll be still coming at you with all of our shows. And speaking of which, we have a new show debuting at 4:00 today. It's called The Roar at 4. We have new co-hosts. We have new stuff going on, and it's a live chat Monday through Thursday. You're not going to want to miss this. It's another chance to get out and hang out with the Lions people because misery loves company, which should be the new slogan of the Lions. Anyway, we're going to come to my favorite part of the show, and I hope he has a good dessert today. It's a dessert with my man, Curt.
All right, so you know that I've said at the beginning of the show that yesterday started off Salute the Service Month in the NFL. It goes through the whole month of November, and I want to highlight, some veterans that has played in the league, or just some veterans that are fans of the game. But today I'm going to highlight one of the greatest Lions to ever lace them up, my man Dick Night Train Lane. Now, Dick Lane, he was a member of the United States Army and served 4 years, including in the Korean War. Lane was a member of the Detroit Lions from 60 to 65 and also a member of the NFL's 75th anniversary team. In his rookie season, he led the Rams with 14 interceptions. He is one of the greatest Lions of all time, probably the biggest hitter from one of the secondary spots ever to lace him up. So Dick Night Train Lane, salute to him and his service, serving in the Korean War. Delightful Bites brings you the dessert with your man Curt. They have custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. The football special is still going on. If you just want to get some cookies and crumple them up, and just say and throw them at the screen, you get the 12 cookies.
Wow.
You get 4 logos, 4 helmets, and 4 footballs for $35. You can go over to Delightful Bites Facebook page and link it in the description, or you can email her at delightfulbites18@gmail.com to order yourself some cookies. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on.
Yeah, final thoughts for today is I think I've come up with the marketing slogan for the rest of the season. If you haven't got season tickets already, get season tickets to the Detroit Lions because misery loves company. Anyway, sorry, today was a rant. I'm trying to get all those negative emotions out on Messed Up Monday. And I'm just keep changing the name over and over again. But no, seriously, this was a terrible game. It was just awful to watch. If you haven't watched it yet, do yourself a favor and don't do that. We got a bye week coming up. Maybe we'll get some players back healthy. We're going to find out about our left tackle, see what happens with him. Trade deadline is tomorrow, so we'll have some takes on that tomorrow's show. Remember the Roar at 4? This week it starts today at 4:00. It will be ongoing. It's a Monday through Thursday show, live for 1 hour from 4 to 5 on the drive home. You can get it. You can get YouTube and watch it or listen to it or whatever you got to do. I'm really happy about that. We're going to introduce some new stuff coming up today, so that'll be very exciting for everyone else. But my bottom line in this game is, let's forget it and move forward. We've vented. We've got the emotion out. We're done with it. Let's move forward.
I agree. My final thoughts on this, whatever the hell Monday. Just like you, let this be the worst game of the year, man. Let this be the worst game of the year. I hope that this doesn't, or this isn't the, whatever that gets Dan Campbell fired. Because that just looks bad. 0-8 ain't good for nobody. But if there's anything, like, I don't have a quote, I could pull it up. But if anything, if anything to feel encouraged about, for me, it's what Damon Harrison said. And I got to trust that, just because a guy that did whatever he did to, get the hell away from here is saying that, hey, man, he going to be all right because he got to undo what them other guys did. So we know that anyway. You guys have been saying it all year. Pump the brakes. It's gonna be a while, and that's kind of just reassuring. Just hearing it from a player that that pretty much retired to get away from us. I have to find some kind of like a silver lining in that. So, like I always be saying, be kind. Have a great rest of your week, and forget about this week. Let's look forward to the next. Who do we play after the bye week? Anybody know? Just offhand?
Steelers. Yes, they're playing the Steelers at Pittsburgh, and then Cleveland at Cleveland. Two very losable games.
Yeah, definitely. All right, my final thoughts for today.
Well, let's look forward to that game.
Yeah. Final thoughts for today's show is, like Jim says, you burn this tape, you dig a hole, you put the tape in there, and then you set that hole on fire, and then you bury the ashes. So there's no reason to look at this tape whatsoever. But hopefully Dan Campbell and company can get this team to bounce back. I still believe in MCDC. So it is. Sometimes you're just gonna have one of those games where it's a letdown game, and we looked at what we did. This is my thinking. Look what we did out in LA, and the letdown came right around the corner when we had a winnable game, and we just kind of and they looked past the Eagles because they were reading all the headlines and all the pundits, because a lot of people picked Detroit to win this game on Sunday. So I just think that
wrong.
boy, were they really wrong. But the grind starts today, Monday's first day of the week. So, we're gonna grind it out with you right here. And you know what? After this game, this is the perfect time for the bye week, because Lord knows we need it going into the last 9 games of the season. Now let's take a walk over to the Wall of Fame to see who's on that thing right there. We got our bronze members. We have Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion, the Latino Leo, Brian Stover, Bo Gagrius, Justin. Man, let's crack one open because I needed it yesterday. 10K. Says Roberts, Sub Z Trap City Boys Entertainment. We got Smoking Jeremy B, Jeremy Barwick, Crystal Wiley, Bubba Bo, John Kapler, Art Allen, Jimbo G, the Flintstone. What up, Jimbo? David Anderson, and the king of everything, because he's the everything king. Shout out to my fellow veteran, my man Jeremy Barwick. Nomus J, Jason Portis, Cap Ice Cold, Batman of the 313, John Martin, Mr. Scotty the Bear, the Frenchman, gets and all that, and go Lions.
Going to the bye week.
Are our silver members, definitely. For our gold members, we have another military veteran, my man Michael Huck, just in the D, Pride 74, Doug Prince 72, the inspirational, because we need some, Turner C. Burley, Dominic Davis, Larry McQuiston, the tornado, the F5, man, that thing blew through Ford Field and took all the fans out of the stands. Bob Kurowski, another military veteran, Air Force veteran, Matthew Ferguson, Randall Flag 606, Miles Gibbs, the Gridiron Blitz, my man, Mr. Rough and Raw, North End Ken, another Army veteran right there, and the doctor, Dr. Detroit. He is always in. So to become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the join now in the description.
Yeah, guys, you know what? There's a lot of people that don't want to create content right now in Detroit Lions Nation. I'm just being honest with you. Our Prowl Nation is going to stay here. And in fact, we're going to start another show. We ain't going to shy away from this at all. We'll be here for you Monday through Friday on one show, and on the other show, Monday through Thursday. So you've got a double dip of Detroit Lions on the prowl. We're going to stick with you through the off season, which should start today. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Really kind of should, but you know what I'm saying, and now I'm going to kick it to my main man, Curt, to stop the misery. To end the show.
All right. So you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And like the saying goes, success isn't measured by how far you fall, but how far you bounce back up. So keep that in mind. So hopefully we can get that team to really bounce back and have a good rest of the second half of the season. But the grind starts today. It's Monday, people. You know what you got to do for your boy. So, you're finishing up your little snack, your lunch, whatever, wipe them crumbs off your mouth, finish your drink, and get back to work, people. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Jim, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.